Enough pictures, enough waiting. It's time to get to the main event, Guilty Gear Strive, here at CEOtaku. Great to hear the noise, great to be outside, good to hear you all. My name is Proxy, joined here by the indomitable Mr. King Jobber. How you doing, sir?
I am doing fantastic. We have had an incredible tournament. These players have fought through the highs of heavens down to the depths of hell, and we are down to the final 8 competitors. And also, I want to let you all know a little secret. There ain't no Happy Chaos here. He's gone.
Didn't quite
That's what
make
I like to hear.
Missed out a little bit tough, but things continue to roll as we get into the bracket here. Obviously, on the winner's side, we're going to have Umisho facing off against Cheyro. And then on the other side, PepperySplash is going to be facing off against Tempest.
Yeah, absolutely. And then on the loser side of things, we do have Bean going up against Verix. Verix qualifying through the loser side after being sent there by Cheyro in an exciting set over on the other stream there. And then, of course, we round things out with NBNHMR versus Zando.
But for our first match, it is going to be Umisho versus Cheyro. And I have to say, North Carolina have been crazy this weekend. Y'all went across every single game. Proud to call it the home state, man. They have been unbelievable, doing so well. And Cheyro is carrying the hopes and dreams here, swinging cryptids, bro. Goldlewis.
Absolutely. They got the Spirit Bomb all charged up before we jumped into this here, so you know he is feeling the love, feeling the energy as we jump into this first match of top 8.
But a tall, tall mountain to climb. Enrage's very own Umisho is going to be defending here. So I have to see how Mr. Bad Guy does against the Secretary of Absolute Defense.
It's going to be an exciting matchup here. Soul, absolutely a huge bruiser, a complete slugfest. Both these characters want to be right in your face, pressing their advantage, getting those plus frames, and getting those guard breaks on deck.
But again, I just want to say one more time to the crowd, thank you very much for being here for CEOtaku. To everybody on the stream, thank you very much. Oh, it is time to get ourselves rolling. A little choice that we're communicating about music. This is important.
Yeah, this is good. It's the music counterpick. We were talking about
Set the mood.
You got to have the right music to start things off. And of course, we are going to the Council of 3, the best stage in the game. Goldlewis is locked in. Mr. Bad Guy is locked in. And it's time for us to jump right into this.
Here we go. The switch up, we're gonna go to the gun. So Umisho is gonna mix it up here. We're gonna go to the gun, no bruising. We're gonna try and keep him away. Game 1, set 1, top 8. Guilty Gear Strive. Time to get it rolling.
I'm just as shocked. The heel turn blood just like this on stage. Umisho is here to win it.
We'll see though. I mean, you don't make top 8 in a bracket like this without running into the gun once or twice. So let's see how we deal with it. Once you're actually able to get that touch, you've got to be sticky. You cannot let things get out of control. If a YRC or a burst goes through, potentially that can be round ending.
Yeah, but the thing is, with Goldlewis's changes, as we have gone through Season 2 and Season 3, he is definitely well more equipped to deal with this matchup.
Here we go. Game 1. Time to get it started. Let's rock!
Immediately both taking to the skies at round start there. Neither one wants to commit too hard, but we're right back into the Happy Chaos zoning.
And a little bit of shimmy there. Borrowing from Street Fighter there. He's going to go for the burst. The reversal to reload. Gets 1 bullet in the chamber, but that's a big knockdown.
Yeah, Goldlewis has a gun of his own to be able to score that knockdown there. But Umisho, she goes for the command roll, gets the counter hit here, and now you're up against the wall. Yes. Deus Ex Machina, refill those bullets.
Yeah, full reload. Still has full burst as well. So Wild Assault as well as Deflect Shield to potentially deal with some of the pressure from Goldlewis. But we might not even get to see it. Tap Dust should be enough. Shoot him up one more time. First round going to Umisho.
5D strongest soldier here. Happy Chaos coming through. Round start situation again. You see Cheyro approaching cautiously with the dash block. Burst early on to try and gain some momentum, but Umisho is able to escape.
I think early and hero bursts are better than ever right now in Guilty Gear because of how fast you're able to build your burst up now because of the new positive bonus. But here, go for the chase down 16, not going to work out. Is going to go for the super, the brain blast, and gets 1 bullet back in the chamber, but that's all you need.
Yeah, but that fat jump there from Goldlewis, really unable to get over Happy Chaos, even getting anti-aired by the 5D. Now you're getting sent back straight into the corner, and this is going to be a familiar home for Cheyro in this matchup. Yeah,
really good use of the Wild Assault here to get the hard knockdown as well. Positive bonus cranking up, should get the burst back, but there's the YRC, and immediately swinging the coffin.
Yeah, get those plus frames on deck, able to score the overhead, drops the drone, hold on to this pressure.
Deflect Shield, well used, but it doesn't matter. Wild Assault in response, all the way to the wall. Gets the OTG, look at the meter for Umisho, but how do you spend it?
Goes for the BRC, and the grab is going to whip, but the forward slash whips as well. Cheyro able to get away without taking any damage, but is in a bad position right now, Proxy.
Oh my gosh, pulled a gun of his own. Just beats the clone, but unfortunately, not the legal man.
No, not at all. 5D is able to block it, but yeah, you have to be careful. There's no bullets on Umisho's side. He's able to reload 2 in.
That does, blocks everything, has meter. How do you spend it here? YRC in response, Wild Assault again!
Scores the knockdown, tries to go for the cross-up, and isn't able to take the round
big
there.
Milia, put some respect.
Big Milia
Big
for
Milia,
sure.
what a cross-up.
He can mix you up with the best of them, but there's the far slash at the start. Nice, goes for the shimmy with the backdash as well. Keeping that gun out to cover the approach.
Aggressive choice with the jump. It does not work out in the end. Umisho going to be able to break the wall and use the Wild Assault here, but focus not quite full. Might have to invest soon. Is low on both resources.
Oh, but recognizes that we can keep the pressure on since it was nearly full. Able to score the low here. Another wall break. Do we see the Deus Ex? No, we just go for the slump.
Especially because they're at full burst here. I think it's definitely right to go for the slump, but here's the burst.
Oh, burn it down. How are you going to react to this? RC, it breaks the combo though.
Gold burst, that's huge. Full screen now. That should do, no, didn't have any bullets. Had to go for the full reload.
Last opportunity here for Cheyro though, and there we go. The 6K is gonna catch the ankles. Umisho goes up game number 1.
That was one game. I'm exhausted. Oh my God.
It's only gonna get better as we go on, Proxy. This is only the first game here of top 8.
A sip of water before we get back in, you know, stay hydrated. Things looking pretty good. Very back and forth. Despite the disparity in the matchup here, looking good.
Like I said earlier, Goldlewis does have the tools to deal with Happy Chaos in these versions of the game.
Yeah, had to burst in that spot, uses all the focus up in that spot. Wild Assault, consistently at low focus, that has been the play. I really like that decision.
Yeah, and he's been using Wild Assault to great effect throughout the entire bracket as well. Now it's Umisho who has her back up against the wall here and has to deal with this onslaught of Behemoth Typhoons.
And I love this too. I love going for the Behemoths in that situation. Does go for the backdash, tap, dust again.
Ooh, and the Taco is able to connect there with a cross-up. Straight to the wall. Didn't have any meter to go for a super, and loses out a lot of burst from that Wild Assault.
Wow, and what a jump. Able to find the touch. So now I'm going to go up around here. I love the decision in the end when we're against the wall. Going for Behemoths instead of the drone. Wants Chipp. Values putting pressure.
Yeah, any damage is good damage. But right now we are on the defensive. Does get shimmied again. You see Umisho constantly trying to go for that shimmy with the gun out over and over mid-screen. There's the PRC straight to the trade with the 6P.
Yeah, working out really well. But again, no bullets. Has to use this opportunity to put one back in the chamber. And one, again, can be good enough. Tries to go for the shot of zone. It's not going to work out. And Umisho gets the better of that pressure situation.
Ooh, at point blank there is able to reload 3 bullets, forcing the burst out of Cheyro.
No resources of any kind. This is time, Cheyro, if you were ever going to do it. Umisho, though, good defense and a great deflect.
Yeah, sends out the curse as well, but still going on in with no bullets on deck. Umisho playing with fire right now.
And pulling the gun, gets the hit, should be able to even up the rounds here. Deus Ex, no, gets the 5K.
This is one more opportunity here for Cheyro now. Goes for the BRC forward. There's the YRC, get off me, give me some space to breathe. The 6P able to hit its mark. Nearly full reload and one shot is all Umisho needs.
Really smart from Umisho to know that she had time to be able to take aim and take that one shot. Cryptid 6P, good God.
Catches the backdash there with the big overhead swing. Ooh, running up and trying to go for the 6H. That was definitely another call out on the backdash attempt from Umisho, but instead we woke up with that burst. Now back to square one.
Burst of his own. Here comes the drone. Gets the anti-air. Really good damage.
Oh, too far away though to bounce off the wall. And there it is. Umisho now trying to take charge. 2D into the gun draw. Goes for the focus opportunity here, but still down to 1 bullet. Has to reload all of them. Here it comes. Burn it down.
Super focus. Goes for the run up. Was looking for something. Can't quite get there. Cross up a little obvious. Definitely good defense from Umisho.
What a backdash there on the Behemoth Typhoon as well. Gets the command roll to the other side, but still hasn't built up enough meter to get these Deus Ex Machinas.
Does it again. Here it comes.
Oh,
and
right
it's
into
a
the laser! The alley-oop right into the laser there. Cheyro tying things up in a big way.
Oh my God, off the backboard to himself. Good God, evening it up. A bloodbath, dude, it's set 1.
This is setting the stage for what we're gonna see moving forward. All right, far slash immediately into the delayed gunshot, trying to catch Cheyro pressing, but press Cheyro does with the 2P.
Got the throw, big opportunity, had full security, but again, Value's getting the chip on the Behemoth and wants to close the distance, takes the shot and gets the hit.
Yeah, that hard knockdown is so valuable. Another beautiful backdash, but the JP locking down. Are we gonna see it? Down with the system, no! Instead goes for the wild assault, wants to hold on to Mia. That's so smart if you weren't sure it's gonna kill.
Oh, but here we go. Burn it down. I don't think I've seen better use of burn it down from any Goldlewis.
No, absolutely using it to great effect. I mean, it's been getting him out of a lot of scary situations as well. Catching the backdash there with the big Behemoth Typhoon.
And we are, oh, wild assault, knockdown. Here we go, swing the coffin. All that Chipp gets the counter hit. Your life is forfeit.
Yeah, goes for the 5K immediately into the overhead. This pressure is still going up. You can't get touched. The wall is close to breaking.
Oh! The drone doesn't kill though. An opportunity. Umisho has room. Goes for the curse. It does not connect, but the second one does.
Yeah, but we gotta be careful. Running out of bullets. Here it comes once again. Burn it down. And the 2P Cheyro.
Genius, because Umisho knows. You know that Umisho is smart enough to know she needs to reposition in that place. That is a genius 2P. Great counterplay. So back and forth between these two.
And you can see how focused Cheyro was as well. The hand on the chin there, just thinking, how am I going to close this out?
Oh, you just run up a 2P, you just get hits like that?
No
Umisho gets the focus though. Still fine, shimmy, not working out, but still, I like the way we're applying this pressure. Should be able to get a reload, but no, the burst actually prevents it.
Yeah, that was so smart. Didn't want to get sent through the wall with the Deus Ex Machina here, trying to force a situation to happen. But now back at full screen while Umisho starts to play the zoning game.
Okay, she manages her resources there, definitely good. Shimmy again, not working out, but tap dust, it's unblockable.
Yep, now you're going to get sent through the wall this time, but we're put in so many situations where Umisho is spending these resources just to get the wall stick that we can't get the super on the wall break.
Still, that's a great press. Deus Ex, full reload, full damage, hard knockdown. Cheyro, guess for the round.
Yeah, absolutely. Has a lot of mirrors to work with and still has burst if we're willing to spend it.
Oh no, and pulling the gun, ambitious for sure, but Umisho, a perfect read on that.
Absolutely. Umisho does have enough mirror here for a wild assault if we can get it confirmed, but what a big JD to get things in. Tries to go for the overhead reset to squeeze in some more damage.
Found that knockdown. Security continuing to build, finds the throw, here it comes, hold down the neutral.
Yeah, dropping the drone, get those plus frames. Goes for the low option straight to the overhead. Umisho trying to survive. Look at the chip damage. The 2K does it. Set point with a perfect for Cheyro.
The only resource Umisho has though is burst. You feel terrible using it to hero in a spot like that. Umisho trying to manage the resources well. Backs up and is already in the corner. But now taking control. I love that ID over.
All right, here we go. 5D able to connect. Look at the rush down.
I'm out of here. Oh no.
Such a smart idea.
One bullet. Wild assault.
In the corner, counter hit with the Behemoth.
You have burst. How do we spend it? She's been doing a great job using deflect, but has to spend the burst naturally.
I like that Cheyro is using his own gun to combat Happy Chaos' zoning here. So here we go. All we need to do is get in and get one more touch here for Cheyro. Goes for the YRC. And the 6P is going to do it! Cheyro 3-1 over Umisho, playing the best Guilty Gear of his life.
And hyping up the crowd. Here comes North Carolina. Holy moly. Wow, and the celebration is real. You can see the crowd loves it. And Cheyro.
This is how it has been all weekend for Cheyro. A Goldlewis sitting in winners finals.
Not even just Cheyro. Again, I have to shout out this community. NC actually ended up taking +R as well. They've been killing it all weekend long, and Cheyro is the hero they deserve here at the main event. Umisho, though, still in it. That was winner's side, so Umisho more than capable of being able to make the comeback. We've seen her just absolutely claw her way back into these things. So loser's bracket is where we're going to be, but still opportunities are there.
Yeah, I mean, she is an EVO champion, right?
Yes.
And when you get sent to the loser's bracket at this point in the tournament, that is really when the fire lights underneath you, right? Your back is in the corner and you're going to come out swinging.
Absolutely. By the way, whose plank is this? Come get your boy. Still got it. Appreciate it.
You know, I'm sure Plank is hoping to see a little bit of Johnny action, and we do know that PepperySplash has been playing Johnny here and there throughout the tournament, but really has been sticking it out mostly with Zato.
Absolutely, and man, Zato, it was in a weird place. It felt like a lot of people a ton of people jumped
They're
ship.
doomers.
Absolutely. But we stayed the course. PepperySplash not deterred by the nerfs. Is continuing to do well. Like you said, has been, peppering in a little bit of the Johnny.
Yeah,
So
of course. And of course, he used to play Johnny for a bit in Exert as well.
True.
Mostly known for the Venom and also, winning Exert earlier on today as well.
Obviously, yeah.
No surprise there. But I would like to see the Johnny possibly come out depending on the matchup if he feels like it's a viable option, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough dig. I mean, going up against Tempest, obviously representing FlyQuest now. Congratulations on that,
Yeah,
obviously.
absolutely.
I was told primarily playing Leo still.
Leo, he's not bad. Maybe I was wrong.
Hey, a lot of people said the character was done for. We definitely heard it from a ton of different people. But in the end, what's most comfortable is best.
Absolutely.
Generally, I feel like other than there's some situations that are different, right? Matchups can be horrendous, but
and it is true that the nerf to Leo's heavy DP and the heavy DPs across the board, no longer getting a hard knockdown off of a reversal situation to go straight into his win condition is a really big loss for the character. But you may be able to nerf the character, you cannot nerf the player, all right?
No, definitely agreed. But we'll see how it works out for him as we continue to get things going. Again, CEOtaku, beautiful crowd. Great to see you all here. Great to hear the energy. Things continue to roll.
What a better way to start off our top 8 here than with a phenomenal match like that and the crowd going wild. But as you can see, of course, we are going to be jumping into PepperySplash versus Tempest, but still, down the line, we have Bean versus Verix and NBNHMR versus Zando.
Absolutely, but we got to focus up top right now. Canada versus the U.S., PepperySplash versus TempestNYC. Definitely going to be it's going to be a brawl for sure.
For sure. I cannot wait to see how this is going to turn out. I can't wait to see who Peppery is going to bring into this matchup as well. I mean, I feel like we'll probably stick with Zato, right?
No, definitely agreed. As the lights been up and down in here. So we got the mood is set.
Yeah.
Things are looking good, man.
I know. Very nice mood lighting. And I feel like Peppery is on a quest to really prove that Zato can still cook. He can still work even in this version of the game. A lot of Zato players have jumped ship to Asuka, right? Because that's another character that is also technical, appeals to their kind of interests, right? But Peppery sticking it through, believes in the character.
Now we'll see. I mean, maybe he just believes in himself too. The same way potentially with Tempest. A lot of the times, like we said, comfortability is best. You can change the car, but if you have if the driver's not up to par, things won't go as well. So I mean, when you got a skilled pilot like this, you can kind of pick what you want and be happy and do well. Yeah,
absolutely. But still, I do want to see that Johnny deep down.
Of course.
I'm a little biased,
Listen,
all right?
That's all our homie Plank wanted. That's all he was here for.
That's why he got up on stage. He just wanted to see some Johnny action.
Well, we are getting into the button checks here before we get rolling. This is
Of course, one of the biggest nerfs to Zato is, of course, Eddie just coming back at such a slow rate.
Snail's pace.
It means that Zato players have to be comfortable fighting without him and putting on the offense without him. You can't just keep going on defense when you run out of Eddie. You have to keep the offense going and keep your opponent under pressure until you can buy time to get him back.
Absolutely, and actually with the addition of Deflect Shield and Wild Assault, it actually helps out really well to be able to do that. Wild Assault can extend your combos when you're Eddie-less, and it can also extend your pressure to be able to just kill that timer. And in the end, as long as you're ending with an invite held at a good spacing, you can return to neutral, and you have okay buttons to be able to fight depending on the matchup here. Obviously, if you're going to get something like a Nagoriyuki, if you're swinging too hard, you're going to get your head cut off. But 2S is still a very effective button, even when you don't have Lil Homie.
Yeah, I mean, either way, it's still going to be 2 versus 1 most of the time in the match, right? So Zato definitely getting the advantage there when Little Eddie is out on the field. But of course, yeah, we are just finishing up our button check here. Got to make sure everything is right. Make sure our music is locked in. There you go, right? What do we pick? Hellfire? I respect it. That's a good one.
As one does. But the fist bump comes through. And it looks like we are ready to go. Our next match on the winner's side. CEOtaku continues to roll. Tempest and Peppery. Gonna battle out, see who is going to get a guaranteed top 3 at this point.
Oh, deep breaths from both of the players here.
And your reward for winning this is Goldlewis. Tough.
It's tough.
Here we go. So the match begins, round start. Leo obviously going to be the aggressor at that point, but I like the dash forward block there. Take some real estate. Peppery, you cannot give up, you can't give up too much space for free.
Yeah, and of course, we talked about that heavy DP nerf. That's going to be huge, not allowing Leo to really get out for free against some of this Zato pressure. But there we go, straight into the back turn stance, forcing the burst out of Peppery early on.
Ooh, guard point stance does actually get the hit on Eddie. Is it going to be able to get the wall stick into the Wild Assault? great chunk of damage down. Can be potentially guessing for the round, depending on the mix-up here as that positive bonus continues to tick. But the DP, again, no hard knockdown, but 5D does the job.
Yeah, steamrolling first round there for Tempest, making Leo look like he hasn't changed a single bit. Oh, there we go. Wild Assault pressure is on. Look how close it keeps you afterwards for Leo.
But Peppery's IPFDs unbelievably win the day on that. Just defense wins championships for sure.
Yeah, and of course he does have the patented reversal, the 2P RC, Zato's favorite. But speaking of RCs, Tempest going in, getting pushed back there too from the FD.
Yeah, finding that 2S for the second time was definitely a big deal here.
Yo.
Yeah, the high-low with the frog, goes for the sword, full Eddie gauge, guaranteed meaty pierce here if he wants it, and it looks like he does. And Tempest tries to get aggressive there.
Yeah, just woke up and just wanted the smoke right away. But here we go, straight into the next round. Tempest actually taking a few steps backwards, being cautious up against PepperySplash, showing some respect. There's the burst coming out pretty early.
6P, Drunkard, gets the cross up here, yeah, time for the Vortex.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, it is very smart in this version of the game to spend your burst early on, because after this wall break, look how fast it is going to fill up.
Oh, he's going to get a burst and a half. Nice pressure here, keeping it going with the headbutts, gets the cross up, RC pulls him up, burst comes through.
Yep, summoning little Eddie, goes for the pierce, but nice throwing out the fireball there just to get rid of Eddie.
The just block actually kind of unlocks that mix-up for Tempest there. Normally that puts you in kind of a weird spacing there, but because of the just block, ends up in perfectly spaced to be able to get that throw.
And that's why Tempest is one of the best, recognizing those situations and adapting on the fly to close that out. Here we go, PepperySplash once again trying to be very aggressive at the start. Beautiful IBFD to push Tempest out. Gets the pick up there. Oh, but misses the Wild Assault. That is tragic. Spend half your burst for a drop combo, and now you're about to be sent to the corner.
Yeah, but the headbang continues. Those headbutts putting in overtime. He's going to opt for the Wild Assault this time instead and save the meter, which I think is usually a good call in this spot.
Yeah, 100 meter here, especially go for those 5D mix-ups. The delay 5D is able to close out the round here for Tempest. On track to make this a 2-0 lead. All right, 2S trying to poke, hanging in the skies as well. Beautiful guard point, though, coming out from Tempest.
Okay, after the pierce, nice DP. It doesn't hard knockdown, but it's still a great reversal.
Yeah, right, get off me and go back to neutral. That's exactly what it is used for. Trying to dash in on these invite hell, stuffs the startup of Eddie, and also getting rid of little Eddie as well. That's a big win for Tempest. Drift up RC to make sure we can get the corner carry one, but there's the burst from Peppery.
Oh, flies over 5P, what an anti-air, nice confirmed. But the throw, it's time. Pierce in the corner.
All right, Eddie, hold it down.
Twice, who cares? Do it again.
Yeah, giving Tempest a taste of his own medicine. There's the 2S poke again, just trying to keep that safe range, but gets caught by the PRC 5P.
Okay, another throw, very nice. Tempest, 2 in a row. Looking confident right now, but Peppery doesn't seem phased, you know? He's been here before.
Oh yeah, Peppery is always calm, cool, and collected, no matter how high stress the situation is. Now here we are, jumping straight into it. 2S immediately into the pierce. Got to push him all the way to the corner.
Okay, burst, deciding a lot in that spot. Invite hell. Way whip punish from super far, gets the counter hit, works it all the way to the wall now.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Peppery trying to play that runaway game when little Eddie is gone, but you can't run away forever, especially with how long it takes little Eddie to come back these days. I just establishing that pressure there, but wow, what a mortal counter.
Oh, okay. Breaking the law, gonna go for the sword, guaranteed more pressure, gets the Eddie back, 5D is blocked.
This defense, though, is phenomenal. Finally gets caught, though, by the leapfrog, and now you're gonna get sent through the wall. It's enough to get the kill as well.
Specifically good structure of pressure there, because knowing they were gonna go for the throw in that spot, that is when we see the frog in that structured pressure. Throws the run through.
And gets the low also, empty low coming through. Another leapfrog here to break the wall with the 5H.
That didn't really have anything else to be able to push it even farther. Still fine though, it's the landing. So instead he is, we get the poke.
Yeah, and every time Peppery tries to run away, Tempest smells the blood in the water here and rushes him down. There it is with the super to break the wall. Hard knockdown available.
Look at the meter for Peppery though. Plenty of resources, but no way to spend them, has to burst.
Yeah, I figure we're gonna see a sword come out as well once little Eddie is gone. We just have to keep the pressure up, and there it is. Oh, the 2P check. Gets the confirm off the frog as well, and the sword breaks the wall.
Once again, the Pierce is going to come through. Careful though, max meter. Goes for drills instead. YRC breaking Eddie, and that is all she wrote on that one. Great use of the YRC. It sets us up for set point.
It still has Burst on deck going into this next round as well. This is huge for Tempest for the momentum going forward. Dash through, gets the throw. Oh, just dash up nothing.
Yes.
I like that a lot. Just trying to check and see what Peppery's reactions were like.
Nice tag. Trying to go for the 2Ks. Still fine. Knockdown with a drunkard afterwards. Didn't get too much after the OTG and has to back off.
Yeah, but little Eddie is out once more. I love that we're covering the throw attempt with the lead frog just to make sure if we whip, we're safe. But look at that wrist gauge. That's the fear bar building up.
I aim at the DP. Maybe a healthy bit of fear as we find the headbutt. Tempest could do it.
Not quite enough. Burst is still available here for Peppery, but this is a pretty big uphill battle to climb. There's the knockdown. Eddie's out.
The tri-jump. Jesus.
Into a super. 100%. Send out the sword, and just like that, they turn around.
But look at the meter. Tempest, plenty of resources to be able to fight this out.
Yeah, you got to watch out for that YRC. Right there it is, right on cue. But the gold burst there from Peppery gets caught in the backdash with the 2D, and that's going to be it, a 3-0.
Wow, 2D in that spot. Honestly and truly, I was expecting the burst in response. The gold burst comes through, says, yeah, I got one of my own, but the 2D to track it down. And that's actually a pretty well-scouted mix-up in that spot. I mean, Peppery was doing a really good job with backdashes in a lot of different spots. And Leo, historically, the drop kick, bro, it's so good for being able to stop those backdashes.
Always has been good. I mean, the range on it, sometimes blowing up low moves as well. A phenomenal tool, and Tempest using it to great effect there right at the end.
Yeah, so moving it on forward. Our winners finals is set, but now, as I said during Street Fighter, we have to take a small trek through hell.
Yep.
So we're going to be headed down to the losers bracket now to see what we've got, and it looks like first up is going to be Nubenheimer, the Guile player. Ridiculous Street Fighter placement this weekend, by the way. That was amazing.
Incredible performance, and of course still young in his fighting game career, right?
Yes.
And already showing that he is proficient at multiple games here, but of course going to be going up against Zando, one of the best Rams to do it, and from what I've heard, playing a little bit on Asuka as well.
Yeah, it looks like it's been primarily Asuka, actually, so we'll have to see how that pans out. I think a lot of people, this matchup is between two of what a lot of people would say are in contention for some of the best characters in the game right now.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
It's going to be really, really good to get to see.
I can't believe they gave Nago mix, still to this day.
Hey, listen, man.
But it's fun to watch.
All they had to do was chop a little bit of his 5K off, and they were like, yeah, here you go. You get to initiate Mario Party chance time whenever you want. I love it.
I hear the Sonic drowning music play, man, when I'm in the corner blocking that. It's so terrifying.
Oh, my God. But with that, like we said, we've got these two players getting ready to go. The expected matchup is going to be Asuka facing off against the Nagoriyuki here. And pressure gets messy when this character is able to get rolling. If he has meter and he's able to continue to select cards, continue to replenish the mana, and get aggressive. I mean, everybody's seen the Gobu Exodia, right?
Absolutely.
You know how messy it can get.
And one of the interesting things about this matchup is Asuka's cubes are sometimes at that range where you can't really IAD over them.
Yeah.
Well, Nago doesn't have an IAD, right? So trying to get around those cubes is going to prove to be a big factor in this matchup.
He's so tall, dude.
He is tall. He is tall. He is going to be jumping straight into them, being forced to block a lot of projectiles.
It looks like we're going to be straight in. So here we go, off the start, round start, gets the hit straight into the wild assault, into the wall, and we're gonna get the hard knockdown. We just got started.
100 bursts spent just like that to be aggressive. There's the throw also. Tries to go for that empty jump low, but Nubenheimer is gonna wake up with the gold burst.
Oh my God, whip punish from so far. The cube's not quite reaching out.
Yeah, but actually the far slash there being able to blow up the cubes is gonna be a huge part of this matchup too.
I like that. Canceling out is going to go for the super. He'll get a ton of blood back. Huge opportunity.
This hard knockdown positive bonus means that that gold burst that we got is going to give us a whole new gauge of burst here. Whether we want to be offensive or defensive with it.
Oh, okay. And is going to be able to get the kill. Very nice there from Nubenheimer. Getting the first round down.
So we saw Zando was very aggressive around start last time. This time decides to back up, but I love the way that Nubenheimer is just nullifying a lot of these cubes by using the hitboxes.
Sorting through our cards a little bit, though. Oh my God!
The behind the back Shades of Slayer 6P.
The Fukio afterwards.
Yep,
blood.
there's the knockdown with the 2D though. Here comes the wall of cubes. What are you gonna do?
Dude is able to just freely close the distance off of it and then backs it off. Let's go back into zoning, short through the cards once again.
Nibba runs right into the far slash there from Nubenheimer and eats a counter hit close slash. That's gonna be all she wrote for game number 1.
Wow, so Nubenheimer doing amazing stuff here on that Nagoriyuki. So we are straight back in. Obviously 1-0 now.
I don't blame Zando for now starting to play the backup game there at round start. Challenging Nago at round start is probably one of the scariest positions to be in this game. There's the wall assault, gets the guard break. Nubenheimer trying to keep the pressure on big, and there's the bite. Time to guess.
Absolutely, party time begins. The overhead connects. Double 6H. Bro, help me.
Help!
Oh my God.
But look at our starting hand here on Zando's side. We have 3 of the guard break. Fireball's not gonna matter though, has forced to burst.
2K2D clone, obviously, is still an amazing projectile in situations like this. So good for being able to cleave through, not able to get the wall stick here, but maybe for better. Turning this into 2 interactions here in the corner, continuing to not get the wall stick. It is time for the mix, and the first mix will connect. The overhead comes through. Nubenheimer, 2 games.
Yeah, I mean, when you are all tapped out of mana there, you have no shield to protect you. That's the worst position you could possibly be in against this character. But
no,
the Beyblade, you're not allowed to draw for free.
Oh, it's a double with a low. Again, resorts.
Teleporting in and changing the test case as well. We want a different view of things now.
Fukio into the 5K. So looking down, PRC close slash. I love how lady PRC too.
Up against, caught again by that close slash. Looks like he might have got caught jumping. And even with the shield on deck, look how much damage this character is doing.
Wow. The knife edge chop. Put him to the ground. OTG, not quite there though.
No, but this is really a almost a checkmate situation now. Fukio right on in for the throw. Nubenheimer sitting at set point.
Skating. Burst almost available for both players now. Zando, entire straights, gotta get something working here.
Yeah, the truth is he really hasn't gotten to run his game plan at all, right? This is the most that we've seen. Starting to play that cube game, and oh no, we have the black hole in.
Bro, what is happening?
I don't know what's happening.
Help! No, it does get the hit though. Working out well.
How do you
look
block
at the
that?
damage?
Here we go, demonic tutor, draw some cards.
Oh, but he rushes forward, doesn't matter, still gets a connection. Here we go, continuing this pressure. 5D is blocked, but the load comes through. It's never enough, but we're still alive. There's no chance. He's called the one shot for a reason.
The power of the cube. And there we go, 5D is finally going to allow Zando to take a round here. And what a round that was. You see the smirk on his face. He knows that was dirty.
The high that comes from the ground. Truly. Okay. Keeping up with the test cases here. Nice, gets the connection. Looking so much better.
Yeah, finally starting to get in the rhythm of things. And here it is, Dark Magic Attack is going to force the block here, but that does give us some breathing room to draw some cards.
Oh, he loves casting spells. Gets the teleport.
Look at this pressure. Nubenheimer hasn't been able to move at all. Finally, the burst comes out, but strings him up with the bow.
5P, able to slow down. Fukio backwards, and at that point, you have to take a risk. Super jump or something. There's no blood to be able to actually use special moves at that point. Zando, what a turnaround. Completely different from the first 2 games.
Absolutely, and it's all about the luck of the draw. You do see the overhead is on deck, and speak of the devil, there it is.
Drops the ball on him. That's cheap. The explosion will send him even further away.
All right, nice patience here from Zando. Goes for the teleport, nothing personal. Gets clipped though with the 2S.
Look at the blood once again. No special moves. Has to block it out.
Yeah, Dark Magic Attack is nice to just give you that breathing room once again, being plus on block. And this is so great. We're consistently getting the card that once we use one of our cards, we get an immediate draw, right? Meaning that we can.
Oh no. No explanations required though. 2H.
Everyone knows what 2H does, right? They've been there.
That was an amazing burst though, because again, blood. 2H again!
And set point for Nubenheimer. This is Zando's last chance here.
Again though, Zando's been looking so good in this last game. It's the resort of the test cases here. No, but max distance.
Yeah, we do have the overhead available. Has to watch out for it. You see Nubenheimer going for those fuzzy blocks, recognizing it's there. What a backdash on it.
Okay, just to restabilize. I think it's a good call.
Exactly, teleports forward to create some space, but ooh, was trying to charge some mana right in front of Nago. That is not a good idea.
Oh, still a great press. Teleport gets out of the corner, full control. Has to get some new test cases though. There we go, sorts out a little bit.
Very nice, racking up the damage too, sending out all the cubes. And now it's just cubic mayhem once again. Look at all this geometry.
Oh my god, I hate Matt. Gets the kill on it too, evens up the rounds. Zando is pulling this back from the clutches again. That grin, he knows, man, he knows.
Yeah, but Zando is not out of the woods just yet. Wow, stuffing your fall there with the JD just to land and get the bite. Oh, the delay.
Nice. Taking the throw, close slash, does get out of the corner, but at what cost? Wild assault for the knockdown.
Yeah, we just have our basic cubes available. We've seen how Nubenheimer has really been able to play around them. We have to get some of those bigger, stronger cards on deck.
Oh no! Oh, he's able to RC the burst. Doesn't get the kill though.
The heart of the cards. Do you believe in it, Proxy?
Yet to be seen. Cube wall continues to, oh man, do its thing. Good God.
Great defense though, and there it is. The 2K touching the toes. Nubenheimer is gonna move on. What a showing though. Asuka in top 8.
Dude,
you love to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, a huge round of applause for Zando, obviously doing so well to get into the top 8. And Asuka, what a pleasure to get to watch.
You know why they call him Batman, right? Because Zando is him.
True.
But here we go. Loser side of the bracket proving to be just as deadly as the winner side. Phenomenal matches. And what else would you expect from top 8 here at CEOtaku?
It's like we said, a walk through hell, no free rides, and it doesn't get any easier. We're going to have another super volatile match coming up soon, but just to reflect again, in the winner side, still Cheyro and Tempest waiting to go after 2 amazing wins. But if there's any spoiler for you all, you can hear the crowd already getting started with it. Bean is on the stream.
Yep, that is the man, Bean. Chipp Zanuff going up against Verix, who has really put on a wonderful show, an incredible performance at EVO, and now showing up to top 8 here at CEOtaku with that Nagoriyuki.
And the volatility of the matchup that we're about to get walking into. Obviously, the one-shot character versus Mr. Chipp. Obviously, glass bones, paper skin. He can't take too much abuse, but we'll see.
This match could go on for anywhere from 5 minutes to 2 minutes, all right?
Absolutely.
Depending on how volatile it gets.
But like you said, though, Verix obviously is really just becoming one of the stars of the world these days. The EVO breakout performance coming out to CEOtaku, proving it's not a fluke twice in a row. This is what we like to see. The consistency from this guy, so admirable. But like we said, being in the conversation, probably I'd say a lot of people's pick for the best Chipp in North America, and for good reason. The guy is just incredible.
I'd go even further. I'd argue one of the best Chipps in the entire world here as well. Bean is absolutely incredibly proficient, hyper rush down Chipp player here, and really knows how to stick to you and not allow you to breathe. And that is so phenomenal, the way that he pilots his character. And you're going to need that against someone like Nago as well, right? You don't want Nago to feel comfortable to play that footsies game with Chipp, because you can only take a couple of hits before it's straight to the next round.
That, and even just blocking in certain situations. Defense isn't a good enough answer a lot of times because that risk gauge gets cranked. The mortal counters, when they come through, when it gets into the blinking zone, things get messy. But here we go, round start. Fukio gets the DP, forces the burst.
Yeah, getting messy already. Beautiful 6B, the knife edge chop coming through, stuffing that 5K. 5K is that general approach that you see from a lot of Chipp players, right? And look at that, a perfect to start things off. This is how quick this match could go.
Okay, 5K using like a stop sign here. Good, because Chipp, obviously grounded movement, incredible from this guy. All right, no, and you're dead. Dead? Look at the meter.
Yeah, possibly here. Goes for the super, the 1,000-year blood war. All right, hold on. Get your channel points ready. He survived.
I'm broke. Oh, no. Okay. DP, though, doesn't matter. Is able to go through. That is a very quick first game.
Yeah, block this overhead, right?
Oh, back into it, though.
Yeah, does not need any time. Knows what he did wrong and wants to jump right back into the fray.
Okay, overhead came out. Finally, first real pressure we're getting to see from Bean. Does get the overhead, forces the burst.
Yep, dash up 5K 2D. That is a cornerstone of Chipp's pressure here to get things started, but actually presses 2K on the clone.
Says I'll take them both.
Remember, Chipp takes damage when the Gamma Blade gets hit.
Oh no. Just like that, wild assault again. Wasn't sure if the super was gonna kill, so would rather value having the RC in that spot. So now the 2D into the delayed Rekka working beautifully. And again, you can hear the crowd. Bean.
All right, round start situation. Farslash is going to connect. We're going for the wall break here with the wild assault.
Oh, just goes for the double 5H. Still fine.
Yo, I love this crowd.
Oh, 2D wins off the trade. Still fine. Rekka 1.
Yep, another wall break on deck. Ooh.
Hesitation. Maybe missed the super in that spot. Still fine though.
Yeah, trying to catch the Fukio, but there it is. The Beyblade catching your ankles. It's so difficult to play that footsies game now with Nago. You can't really walk back and forth without looking out for that low.
But how do you spend this bar? How do you spend this burst? Wild assault takes the burst off the table. One less thing to think about here, but the 6H anti-air, double Fukio baits the super, but he's out of there.
I love it. Had to use 100 meter to do it, but we're able to swap sides. Oh, gets out of jail free. There's the DP.
2D counter hit, and it is enough.
Bean, the people behind Bean here, behind Chipp.
Incredibly good adjustments, though, going into that game. Verix handled business round 1 and is able to get the burst out of him very, very quickly here in the secondary.
Oh, yeah, pressure is on there. Oh, no, but the overhead is going to get blocked. Verix going to capitalize on that mistake. Look at this movement that we're seeing, too. But the DP, recognizing that the final hit was going to come through, immediately goes into the overhead Rekka.
Look at the blood, though. Has a little bit of room to work, but not much here. Yeah, that in and out game working well. That's up 5K. That is like the ultimate ninja tool for Chipp.
Locked down there with the JP as well, building up so much of that risk gauge. Every little hit counts, and there we go. 6P, put you right back into the corner, going for the wall break and taking the round. I think the crowd likes Bean.
Oh, 5K, tip of the toes. Kicks him
right.
right in the face. Good
Yep.
God.
There we go. 6H also. Execution slash, sending you through the wall.
Half your life off of one incident. There's the, again, the 6P. The knife edge chop, RC forward. Double 6H, not quite enough, but still a really good situation once again.
Yeah, not spending the wild assault. Confident we can find that one hit here, and there it is with the 2K. Verix with a perfect answering back.
Footsies.
His 2K presses have been pretty good.
Okay. Came through, got the OTG. Slowing things down a little bit of the pressure, but maybe too much off the gas. 2S is the answer, but there's the throw.
Yep, into the OTG, send out the Gamma Blade. Gets the throw once again. And now you have to figure out how to get out of this pressure. 2K, 2D, goes for the OTG again. Backdash is going to get
He was
caught.
so ready for the backdash in that spot too. Goes for the 5K, overhead, nice block.
Oh, Patience backing up a little bit, trying to force Verix to whiff something here, but instead, the triple slash is going to meet our mark, and so does the bite.
Party time. Whoa, tries to go for the foot. Oh my God.
Bro.
The ankles, they're everywhere, shattered.
Oh my God, he's just letting it rip.
Jesus, you know, Beyblade finished on Friday, but we just keep it rolling. 2-1, Bean entire straights. Verix, full control right now, looking so strong.
Yep, up 2-1. And you see B being very respectful at the round start as well. Doesn't want to try and challenge Nago, and I can't blame him. But there we go, burst comes on out. Gets the overhead. That thing reaches so far.
Alpha Blade gets the side swap. Slow things down. OTG with the clone. Nice tag. 6P doesn't matter. Not a care in the world.
Hits him with the Uzumaki barrage as well to get that hard knockdown. Keeping the pressure up, goes for the low. I like it. Fast RC into the plus frames. The YRC allows Verix to get a little bit of breathing room, but not for long because Bean is right back in there. The Godspeed Ninja.
Verix gave him a little too much room. That was amazing from Bean. Slap the macro, bro. Get back in there. Into the corner, though. The Beyblade connects twice. Half your life on one incident, and all of a sudden, what happened? He's dead.
That's the... Chips know what it's about, all right?
Uh-oh.
They know the life that they chose, but
Not
Bean...
dead yet.
No, can he change the future? Right into the Uzumaki barrage. Hard knockdown again. You better believe it. Oh, hold up. We're empty.
I have no idea what's going to happen here. Oh!
Whoa!
PRC tries to go for the throw. Messy stuff. Still fine. Bean looking good. Has the super, is going to go for it. Full burst available. Bean could tie it up. One interaction for either player, and it's over.
Here we go. Gets the 2DRC. Takes away some of Verix's burst as well with the wild assault, but we drop the confirm.
YRC still has burst.
Oh!
DP actually catches the back dash. It's unreal.
Oh my god, now Verix is sitting here on set point, threatening to eliminate Bean from the bracket.
DP a little too far. Whip for the Beyblade, finds the knockdown burst for momentum. Those normals saved the set. Oh my god, the blood was so high.
All right, but the 5P anti-air catching, pushing Verix into the corner now. We have some meter available to go for a mix, but look at these 2K presses.
He's pressing like Axel, bro. Oh, yup, Fukio back, takes the bait. Verix with the 6 each afterwards is able to take the kill, gonna send it through. Wow.
Incredible performance there. Verix staying alive, but give it up for Bean for the performance as well.
Let me hear it one more time.
One more. That's what we like to hear.
Great from Bean again. Amazing placement. But Verix, dude, the unstoppable, who's gonna stop
Unstoppable force, right?
Who's gonna stop
But
it?
who's the immovable object? That's the question we have to ask ourselves, and we may find out as we go further on into this bracket. Because next is our losers quarterfinals.
Yes, heading on to the other side of things. This is a lot. Definitely a scary situation as we get
some replays on deck as well. Shouts to production here.
I feel like there was a lot of situations where in the end, Verix was just a hit away from going into blood pop. You noticed never had the blood hit full. Was so good at managing, whether it was finding bites in clutch situations or using those normals to be able to save things out.
And knowing exactly when he was able to explode right into the overhead low mix-up, the Beyblade DP mix-up over and over, especially after those bite situations. Just in full control of the blood meter, and even the best Nagos in the world do pop here and there.
Verix, yeah, no, just like you said, full control, mastery of the system for sure. But we must continue to move forward. Again, CEOtaku, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for being here. Truly my favorite event every single year. It is
always just so chill, chill to be hanging out with everyone here. Phenomenal top 8s all weekend. That Street Fighter
karaoke last night was crazy.
Bro,
that was amazing.
Y'all were wild last night, all right?
But taking a look at the bracket one more time. Heaven's Finals still set in stone, but we got a couple losers matches to play before we get there. And first and foremost, we're going to head to the very bottom of the bracket, the lowest circle of hell, we'll say. Umisho and Nubenheimer is going to be the one that we're going to run first here. So the expected matchup, Umisho has pulled the gun once, but I'm expecting to see Soul going into the Nagoriyuki.
I would, but of course we do know that Happy Chaos has always been pretty decent against Nagoriyuki, right? To say the least, But I think it depends on the matchup. We'll jump back and forth. I would definitely love to see Umisho. I think Umisho is definitely a crowd favorite player, right?
Absolutely, and just in general, I think that she has a great grip on the character. Her optimizations are very, very good, and I think the character fits her like a glove. I think it really works out for her for sure. And also, one of the best people at utilizing Wild, though, it just jump scares with it. We'll not use it all set, and then like in a random round where it's not even for the win of the round, we'll just.
Yeah, Umisho is the best grappler in the entire game, to be completely honest.
We'll see, though. Hey, speaking of grapplers, Nubenheimer obviously coming out with Nagoriyuki.
Of course,
Bite is pretty good.
Yeah, that blood-sucking universe there.
Yeah, BSU
took that from my boy Slayer, but you know that's okay. You can have it for now.
Hopefully, you know he'll come back with his own soon.
Hopefully, one of these days. One of these days. But of course, we are just waiting for our players to get started here. Again, thank you all so much for what a wonderful weekend and a beautiful crowd you have been. The energy has been phenomenal here so far in this top 8. So give yourselves a round of applause.
Definitely, and again, make sure tonight when we're all hanging out, make sure you say thanks to all the TOs, everybody involved. They did an amazing job making this event run as smooth as ever, and I can't say it enough. Full bias, obviously, being from Tampa myself. Florida's the best TOs in the world, so it'd be like that.
For sure, absolutely. Jabali and Tom pouring their hearts into all of these events here.
Yes.
And we're not done yet.
We're not done
I'm sweating
yet.
up here, man.
Still plenty of matches to come. Still plenty of things to go. But here we go. Umisho back to the stage. So it's time to get ourselves ready. Like we said, continuing through our hell side of the bracket. Man, this is going to be a mess.
Heaven and hell. And here we go, getting comfy in the chairs. Time to take that last deep breath before you jump straight into the match, right?
Yeah.
This is your final opportunity to really think about how you're going to approach things, what the decision-making is going to be, because remember, this is the loser side of the bracket.
Nah, absolutely. But there's something magical about it. Seeing these two go, obviously, Neubenheimer trying to go for a repeat here. This is where it all started. Everybody knew Neubenheimer playing online and doing so well, but the original stake in the ground from this guy was showing up to his first offline tournament, which was a CEOtaku, and just blew everyone out of the water. The tournament was over, and he was like, okay, who's next? He stood up, he didn't even celebrate. He just was like, give me the next one. It was unbelievable.
And he also had a great performance at EVO as well. That cannot be understated. But here we go. Time to jump into it. Wild Assault to kick things off, utilizing those invincibility frames to steal the turn.
And again, I really do like the Soul in this matchup here. I think this is going to be a good pick in the end here. Trying to go for the 6S, but playing that like 2 to 3 character length range against Nagoriyuki and Footsies, even with the normals from Soul, is not great, but here's the super.
That's a check. You have to let them know that you are willing to do that they're going to have to respect your wake-up options when that meter is available. Here we go, push to the corner. The DP is unfortunately going to be punished here, but nice dash up far slash.
Oh my God. And again, that's what I'm talking about with the optimization. He's able to go for the gunflame. Isn't quite close enough for the 2K. It's not going to matter here. Neubenheimer goes too far, slides a little too far.
Yeah, there's the wake up DPRC. Umisho might be able to take this now. Gets the counter hit. Definitely no burst coming out for Whoa, never mind.
Oh my God. RC there to give him a chance says, I dare you.
Wow.
I dare you.
Really just trying to throw it out. The Hail Mary believed he could take back that round here, but Umisho starting off strong. She gets the wall break with the Wild Assault. Gonna build back all that meter in burst.
Okay, a jump out, taking the hit, kind of a weird spot. After clash, obviously, Soul very, very good in spots like that, but there's the DP, good conversion.
But look at the meter here on Umisho's side. Full stick of butter, there's the PRC, the RC War into the trade. What a pickup from Neubenheimer.
Yeah, ground versus air trades. The ground player almost always gets the better of it here in Guilty Gear. There we go. From, oh my God, from the top rope?
Yeah, with the Night Raid Vortex to follow up.
Oh no, we might have ourselves an incident.
Yeah, and that's something you see coming from a lot of players. They'll go for a Wild Assault button and then delay to try and get a throw. Neubenheimer was ready for it, sniffed it out here. Umisho waking up a 2K2D.
Oh, and throw is perfect in a spot like that. In situations of that nature, you're always trying to find things like throw, anything that will take the rest of that chunk to not let anything, no more choices.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to close it out as efficiently as possible, whether it's going for an optimal throw or spending your meter. You got to finish your food.
Oh my God, trying to go for the threats there, but as soon as you get that close, the DP is the one true king. Nice stuff there from Umisho. She continues to just maul in the corner.
I like giving up a little bit of space as well, trying to give Neubenheimer just enough room to overextend, but here we go. Gonna score the wall break with the Wild Assault again. Wants to hold on to that meter for the mix, for the neutral.
Yep, because the slowdown is able to fully guarantee the charge, and there's the chains they're getting. The counter hit is able to get the confirmed. OTG68, it's so satisfying.
Yeah, plants the tombstone there for the perfect.
Oh. Nice round start though.
And there we go, the bite, time to guess. Oh, goes for the Fukio backwards. Looks like we were possibly trying to bait out a DP attempt. But still in full control here with the life lead. Nice whiff punish.
Okay, and again, using that Wild Assault to be able to go into the vortex. Nice clash, 2D counter hit.
And Umisho is 2 for 2 on those 2K clashes here. Now evening up the score with life.
RC forward, off the slowdown. Things working out, gets the revolver. Look at the meter though for Neubenheimer. Are you even gonna get a chance to access it here? Does get the burst.
Yeah, ooh, doesn't want to chase up to the sky. I don't blame you.
Oh my God, 5K.
There's the burst available though. And Umisho still in this.
Oh my God!
Are you kidding me? What a reaction there. That's how you know Umisho is a Soul player. They have the best DPs in the damn business, Proxy.
That took years off my life. That took years off of my life. What a bait. And you know, Umisho had it all planned out, hook, line, and sinker, the fist, but the second the DP was input, was hand off the controller, yes.
Immediately knew it was going to connect, and here we go. Now with a 2 lead. What?
Oh. And even Umisho says, are you serious? Is it time?
Is it time for Johnny?
Plank is sated.
Hold up. No, just a bit of a teaser there.
Okay.
Oh.
Wow. That was a close one. I'd have been excited. No, but we're back in. Gonna keep it going with Nagoriyuki. This is the character that got you this far. You cannot doubt yourself at this point. You have to have faith. You have to have faith getting into this.
Nubenheimer has been synonymous with Nagoriyuki for a long time now. So sticking to his guns here and fighting it out.
Great music choice. Okay. Revolver working out. Close slash. DP as an anti-air.
All right, there we go. 2K2D is able to hit its mark. Goes for the OTG just to keep the pressure on. Burst finally comes out from Umisho. And now we're starting to lean a little bit more into that DP overhead. So close to... Look at the blood gauge.
It should be fine, though. Should be fine. 2H again. Snipes out the jump. Stay out of my skies.
The truth is, he just needed to put on Johnny's theme, all right? That's what it was.
Okay. He uses the wall out there. Umisho with the backdash here. Doesn't have much more room to give, but is not going to need it. Does get the connection.
Yeah, there we go. Dash up throw. Immediately into an IED JH. Look at this 3 for 3 on the clashes, Proxy.
And Nubenheimer with a nod. He said, okay, you got it. This could be it. Umisho, 1 round.
All right, there's the JH.
That 5K was so sick for the conversion.
JH is a crazy button, taking the corner as well. Great defense from Nubenheimer, unbelievable.
Oh my God.
Trying to go up to the skies, but not gonna quite work. There's the stagger pressure, forcing the burst out of Nubenheimer. Yeah, Nubenheimer knows better than to challenge a blocked bandit.
From so far, gets the conversion with the 5K.
There we go, clean hit DP, gets the wall splat, but doesn't have enough meter to get the kill.
Look at the meter though. Fukio's forward, tries to take the fight to her, but she says, bring it on, Umisho. Moving forward in the bracket.
With the pop off the stomp, that's what I like to see. Good stuff, Umisho. But again, give it up for Nubenheimer, making it this far in the bracket. What a phenomenal performance.
Amazing stuff to both players, but again, one must stay and one must go. Umisho headed further into the bracket. Wow, well played. Unbelievably well played. And there were some set pieces in there that were ridiculous. The bringer into the RCDP, unreal. Wow. Revolver, max screen, as far as it could be. They used it like Super Dash.
I mean, that's what Guilty Gear's about, right? It is like watching two people freestyle on an instrument. They just use that RC system to allow them to do so many different shenanigans.
That's true. The lifeblood of Guilty Gear is breaking the rules. Absolutely.
It's being as mischievous as possible, and that's what the RC system is all about. That's why you've seen it in basically every single Guilty Gear game. Yeah,
and it's so well implemented. And there's a reason why so many other games use similar systems to it, because it's just such a unique and cool way to be able to get to express yourself. But we have to continue forward. We've got our next two players already on the stage. It's going to be Verix back up once again, and PepperySplash is going to be the one to try and, you know, move on forward.
Packing, yeah. PepperySplash is looking to bring home 2 Guilty Gear trophies this weekend, all right? Already dominating in Guilty Gear Rev 2, but definitely wants to do it again here in Strive.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those players. Peppery, as far as Guilty Gear goes, there's not many players that dominate franchises the way that this guy does. I mean, obviously last year came out with 3 medals. 3 medals for 3 Guilty Gear games. Unbelievable.
Yeah, a phenomenal performer here, but is going to be going up against Verix, who we have seen has proven himself time and time again now.
And is going to continue to stick to the Zato here, so we'll have to find out how this works out for him. Things can get really messy really quickly, as we've seen before through all these matches with Nagoriyuki. Yeah. And for Zato, especially messy, because if you get caught without Eddie, I just, you know,
here we go.
Things are tough.
Round start situation. PepperySplash already on the defensive, but a nice backdash there, avoiding the bite. Time to run our gameplay. Bro, which way do you block?
No time to make the decisions here. We're just going to go with the burst instead. Eddie finally about to get back here. Tries to go for the high-low. In the meantime, there's the Pierce.
Yeah, and I like that, keeping the pressure going forward in the meantime while you wait for Eddie to come back. There's the wild assault to break the wall. But little Eddie is gone, so we still have to keep it up.
Ooh, but invite help. Again, a great stop sign, being able to keep it close. The YRC is blocked. And what an answer.
Beautiful 5H. PepperySplash starting off strong. Look at that burst gauge too, nearly at full. The micro walks forward, just checking with the stagger close slashes here. Verix able to score a hit, gets the wall break as well.
Okay, has a meter for it. 2S though, what a poke. Use the drills, just trying to get back to the center of the screen. Takes it to the corner now, and there's the command throw.
But look at the meter on Verix's side. Still has plenty of opportunities to make this comeback here.
Oh, but wild assault is definitely big. Hard knockdown right as Eddie comes back. The hero we deserve.
The reason why I say comeback is because once you get swept through the wall by Zato, it seems like it never ends.
That's the sword. It is going to spend it right away. Oh, what a check.
Yeah, well, has a 100 meter there, but doesn't even have to spend the RC because of the distance that PepperySplash got put out.
That was a hell of a sequence. What defense from Peppery, and then use the YRC. The clash goes his way. Eddie comes up.
Should be enough to kill, yeah!
Nagoriyuki goes down.
That 2S pickup, phenomenal there. Peppery, a master of this character.
Duel 1.
Yeah, a little bit of a slowdown.
It's that acoustic guitar. It brings things down a notch, but now it's starting to fire up again here. Peppery going immediately, Pierce into the applause. Burst comes out from Verix once they get the pressure off and get rid of little Eddie. Bro, he's just running him down with no Eddie to back you up. The confidence from PepperySplash's play right now.
Oh, okay, got the drills. Nice extension. Eddie lifts all the way, but the counter hit comes through.
Oh, 2S is able to connect. Goes for the wild assault, not quite enough to get the kill, but this is not a guaranteed Pierce. Instead, goes for the sword.
Oh, but the frog, what in the misdirection? The frog hits nothing. 2P response working out well.
Bro, he got trapped in his genjutsu there.
Double backdash. Oh no, you and your boy. Straight to the corner now.
Yeah, but there's that 5H sitting at level 3. Blood is gonna get knocked down.
Kylo working well, goes for the drills. He uses the rest of this. Eddie out here is going to be able to use the sword to break the wall if he wishes, and he is going to. Definitely the right call here, so now the mix-up more potent.
I love the way that Peppery goes into only one hit of Pierce immediately into applause to make sure that there is no gap for the opponent to sub Eddie. But look at this, just backing up, saying, come on, approach me. Oh, an approach he does, using the clone to get on in and forcing the burst out of Peppery. Nice. Invite hell anti-air.
They're trying to step over. Still not going to work. Oh, my God.
Bro, immediately decapitating Eddie. Is this going to punish with the Amorphous? Not quite.
Does get some room, though. And kill some time. Chipp potentially a factor depending on how this goes. Pierce forces the burst. Has a meter.
The way that Peppery has slowed the pace of this match down to a crawl here. Just trying to nickel and dime Verix to get this win.
These just blocks are so good. IBFD, potentially round-winning choices.
Setting out little Eddie again, and there it is. Pierce does the work. Zato down players in shambles right now.
2 games the way of PepperySplash.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
This could do it. Wow, what a round start, though. Not if Verix has anything to say about it.
Surfing on in. Gets that corner pressure, trying to go for the command throw, but another beautiful backdash from Verix.
No. He says, let me show you something. Super, just to make sure. He's going to slice through the guts, obviously, even though Zato not really known for guts.
No, his guts modifier is 0. What you see is what you get when it comes to his health bar. Here we go, round start situation again. Verix is the one to try and challenge first. 5D into the lead, blocks the burst.
I like 2K2D Drunkard in that spot. He's going to go for the sword. Jabs him out of it. Has time. What matchup knowledge.
Bro, help. DP is going to be able to score the overhead here. But look at that blood gauge starting to build up. And once we get to level 3, we won't be able to go for those crazy mix-ups like we could before.
Doesn't matter. Gets a throw with the frog. Wild assault just to make sure no Eddie, but still, things can be fine here.
No Eddie, but there's the meter. Goes to the RC just to try and get the overhead.
Oh, what a float. The discipline to not press there is huge, but Verix preying on the defense.
Yeah, sometimes doing nothing is the best option, but there we go. 2K2D RC swap sides.
Not enough. Oh my God. Just goes inside of the frog. Full camouflage.
Blending it all together. His JD kind of looks like the frog too, right? With the teeth and everything.
It's not fair. 2K2D slowdown. Nice tech. Verix.
Swaps to the other side here, able to score the hard knockdown. Always so nerve-wracking when you put yourself in the corner.
6P. And deflects, but it doesn't matter. Eddie not affected. He says I'm still in there.
Oh, chasing down once again. Little Eddie is still out of her, but using the RC to build up the momentum. There it is. Pierce immediately into applause. Oh, is this it? Hold up. The supers did get nerfed for that extra wall break damage. Not quite enough.
Oh
Verix has one more chance.
Anything now. Invite hell. Not enough, but the second one will do it. What a stop sign. PepperySplash. Gonna be heading on forward. Dude, amazing turnout from this guy.
Yeah, it just one of the best Guilty Gear players on planet Earth. And cracking a smile. It's not often you see that.
A little pep chant from the crowd as well. Good stuff to him. And again, man, give it up for Verix. Obviously, amazing placement, amazing showing. What a competitor. A name you're going to continue to see for Guilty Gear Strive for a very long time. So definitely get used to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we got to get used to even more of these matches coming up. It's time to move back onto the winner's side of things for the matchup we have been talking about. We have been anticipating Cheyro versus Tempest.
Absolutely. And then down in the loser's side, obviously Peppery and Umisho still to come. Our top 4 is settled, but now, obviously, like we said, coming into heaven, Tempest coming up to the stage, and Cheyro draped in the flag this time.
I mean it when I say Cheyro has been playing the best Guilty Gear of his life this weekend. We get the pleasure of watching him in a lot of different tournaments.
And there, looking for the spirit bomb. You can see all of North Carolina over on the side, ready for it. This is just, what a sight, man.
Absolutely beautiful. As I was saying, you get to see him in so many different tournaments, in TNS as well, and he always performs well, right? But gets knocked down a little too early. Now, finally, in a massive offline bracket, has made it all the way to winners finals here to face off against Tempest.
But throughout the life of Guilty Gear Strive, when you think of consistency, Tempest is like the one.
He is the one.
Regardless of the patch, regardless of what's happening, regardless of the tournament, regardless of who gets put in front of them, Tempest has always been at the top of the game. Yeah. Always.
Consistently the strongest player in Guilty Gear Strive here. Yeah. And let's see if he can keep that mantle tonight.
It's going to be tough, though. It's going to be very, very tough. But with that, winners finals, obviously. Again, thank you to everybody here joining us in the room. This is just my favorite thing in the whole world, and it's a blessing to have everybody here together.
It's all my best friends in one place.
Truly, truly. But getting our button checked through while we get ourselves rolling. As a former Goldlewis yourself, what do you think about versus Leo?
I hate this.
True?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I hate this. But I am also not Cheyro, all right? He may have different opinions on it. I think that Goldlewis can, you know, thinking about it, the nerf to the HDP is going to be huge for Goldlewis's pressure, right? No longer being able to get out for free and get that win condition. That really is the biggest nerf to Leo going into Season 3. But we've already seen that it's not really affecting Tempest that much, right?
Absolutely. I mean, you lose out on some crucial pressure situations, but if you have 50 bar, you can still make your own adventure.
Exactly. For sure here, but here it is. Big pop-up pump, Goldlewis Dickinson on the field here. Who would have thought we'd see Goldlewis at this big of a tournament in winners final side?
Pump fake with the Hanji. But it is time to go winners finals. I'll let the crowd speak for itself. Nothing to say, man.
I love you guys.
An unbelievable turnout. An unbelievable tournament. NC Sweep is the chant from the crowd right now.
NC Sweep.
The Tempest, NYC in the name. see if we can hold that off. Round start, able to get the throw out for the 5P, great anti-air. And okay, a little bit of the shimmy back and forth, gets to the right side, is able to break the wall with the wild assault.
Yep, starting off strong early, goes for the dash up throw. Ooh, but there we go. Cheyro with a reversal throw of his own, sends out the drone.
Throw doesn't work out though, nice jump out. And look at the meter here for Tempest.
Ooh,
super.
Yeah, Berserker Barrage is going to be enough to break the wall here as well. And we already have 50 meter on deck, plus that positive bonus.
Good block there, but again, a little bit of a shimmy there. Tries to go for the throw. We talk about it all the time. Teching throws in this game, it's a huge commitment. A lot of times it requires an RC behind it.
Absolutely. That's why you see so many players try to go for that backdash, because it's just as risky. Here we go, burst early on there from Tempest. Knows exactly what happens when you eat a Behemoth Typhoon.
That's a great burst though. Put him in the corner. Uses the pineapple, finds a little bit of room. 2K, 2D, finds the hit. And what a pickup. Makes up time. Nice block.
Oh, goes for the far slash into the overhead, but mistiming the JH there. Now is going to get put through the wall for his troubles here with the super.
Yeah, didn't have the burst for the wild assault there, so has to settle for the old style. Still fine though. Good use of the FD to buy yourself some room. The ID back had opportunity, but couldn't do anything with it. And look at the meter from Tempest. It's able to just kind of maul in this spot.
Yeah, burst still not available for Cheyro here and gets stuck to the wall, but it's going to get sent to game number 2. Tempest with the early lead.
Yeah, Tempest not looking to turn at all, but those games, both those rounds, within reason here. Tempest, though, still doing a great job of maintaining control.
Yeah, you can see the focus in his eyes, too, on that player cam. There it is, gold burst, though.
Huge.
Uh-oh, help. DP's right on out. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
In the last season, that DP would have led to a win condition situation for Tempest, but now he has to put on a little bit more pressure.
Cheyro with the jump in, plenty of meter, max security.
6H to try and catch the backdash there. Overhead again, PRC, boom.
And the crowd is unreal. The room shakes when Cheyro takes rounds.
I think we know who the crowd favorite is.
Oh my god, but the wild assault finds the knockdown. DP undeterred. Love that from Tempest.
Oh, interesting trade there with the 2K for Cheyro. Tempest going to utilize that opportunity there to push Cheyro through the wall. No, just goes to the slump. Okay. Immediately into plus frames on the super. What plus frames?
Become ungovernable. You cannot train me. I will press. Good just block. Got yourself some room. Tempest so content to throw the fireball a little bit here. The PRC backwards. A little bit of a moonwalk. Still fine. Wow, you're on offense and you're DPing. I love it.
Yeah, trying to steal those turns over and over, checking with the 5P, but there's another check from Cheyro, this time with the 2P, DPing straight through your Behemoth Typhoon.
Didn't combo though. Nice block! And this is Goldlewis we're talking about here. Trying to make the burst. Nice hold from Tempest.
But here it is, burn it down, PRC forward, checks him with the 5P, time to block. Still down to the wire here. 6P hits its mark. Gotta watch out for the run-through possibility.
That was such a smart fireball. Oh my god!
Assault, but only gets the knockdown on the run-up throw.
Throw was so smart there, specifically to try and stop the DP. If the DP was going to come out, that was the perfect option to pick. Again, the crowd goes absolutely wild.
Berserk.
But Tempest is still in it.
And you
Tempest is in such control in so many situations.
All right, there's the Behemoth Typhoon again. Gonna get clipped though by Leo.
IBFD again sending him to the moon. Jesus.
Says, please sir, get off me. Pulls out the gun. Skyfish isn't gonna be enough to stop Tempest's approach.
Knockdown. Same side, nice block.
Sends out the drone also just to cover some ground. Oh, look at these checks with the 5Ps, right? Just trying to force Cheyro to block something so we can establish some of this offense.
And now look at the meter here. Is he gonna be able to break the wall? Goes for the super, wants the damage. Not quite enough. Look at the resource for Cheyro though. Max meter.
Bro. Oh my god, did you press? Ah!
It doesn't matter if you press.
Not at all. Now your back is up against the wall. Has to watch out for the YRC and the DP possibility. Cheyro just blocking, trying to weather the storm. There's the RC drift up. Just enough to get the kill.
Really good from Tempest. I love the use of the wild assault as well to continue that pressure, to keep yourself moving forward. Again, they're just both sticking at the 5-piece, trying to represent stop signs as often as possible. That's just a little too close and has to block, but still okay. DP whips, and that's Goldlewis damage.
Yeah, bounced off the ground, clean 55%. Utilizing the drone also to prevent your DP. But again, missed timing on those jump-ins there. The meaty's getting tossed.
Wow, what a dash up in the headbutt. Gonna break the wall, super comes through. Burst available. Tempest, I love saving the burst here. You need that for your panic button.
Yeah, against a character like Goldlewis, for sure. You need some kind of get out of jail free card, and there it is. Doesn't even want to block. And that's going to be another round here for Cheyro. Off the wall, bounce.
And that evens it up. So now a round apiece, a game apiece, the most important swing round.
Yeah, this can build up so much momentum. It can make or break the rest of this set, Proxy.
Oh my god. Nice throw. The tick throw is crazy. Tempest's movement is so good, but good blocks from Cheyro.
Cheyro's blocking out of his mind at the moment here. Also not taking any unnecessary risks on the approach, but that 2D covering so much ground just to blow up the startup of the drone.
I love that too. Had already committed the back turn, had to go for the fireball, gets the knockdown. Opportunity. Nice back dash with the 6P, no fear.
Great throw tech. The awareness here for that 5P, once again, putting in so much work for Leo. Oh, burn it down. So far, nobody has found a consistent answer for burn it down, but there's a gold burst. That's a nice start for Tempest.
Okay, even with the positive bonus, not gonna be enough. Wow, faked out the side switch, able to get the wall stick and the kill. Tempest is gonna get ahead in this one, 2-1. You can see the deep breath. But Cheyro honestly not looking phased here. We still got ourselves a game.
Yep, he knows what went wrong.
And the spirit bomb. The spirit bomb from NC, you love to see it.
Oh, they are charging it up here.
Hands up all through the crowd.
I'm gonna put my hands up too.
Oh my god. Unbelievable the amount of support coming out for Cheyro, but Tempest again unfazed.
All right.
They're just laughing about the music. They're just having a ball.
Putting on Jacko's theme.
I respect that.
I don't.
Real.
All right, but here we go, jumping right into it.
Dude.
Look at the focus on their faces.
Tempest trying to guarantee a spot in the Ultima Finals. Cheyro trying to take us to a game 5. The set continues.
All right, round start. Both of them running right at each other, but Tempest is going to get the first blood, forcing the burst there out of Cheyro. You see those 5Ks also, that disjointed hitbox just trying to catch a 2S.
Throw is big. Nice, just to the YRC. It gets the throw. An incident, potentially overhead.
There it is. Wall of assault to break the wall. Very nice. Oh, wow, okay. That boy can move.
Bro, he wave dashed. Oh my god. Nice block. Still fine. Tempest maintains offense, maintains pressure. Oh no. Oh no.
Into the back throw, tries to go for the low immediately. And just like that, the health could even up real quick.
Good burst.
Yeah, I like that burst a lot here. You have to get out of the corner. And it's going to be rewarded here.
Set
all right, Cheyro
point.
fans, let me hear you. This is his last opportunity.
Point for Tempest. What a use of the wild assault there. Blocks the DP. Drops huge DP in response. Tempest is not deterred at all. No, it's crazy how stone-faced he can be doing DPs in situations like this.
He's an absolute killer, and he's showing it here. Gonna be able to get the wall break as well. No hard knockdown, and runs right into a Behemoth Typhoon behind the back.
Drone, yup. It's really thinking about that DP now. Tempest, the DPs have done their job. Gets the throw.
Wake up, Gold Burst, you better watch out. We might be seeing a laser. Oh, but is it gonna matter? Yeah, it shows him in time to break the combo.
Wow, wild assault. Presence of mind to be in it like this. Nice tech. BRC forward.
Catches him, and Cheyro stays alive for another round.
Oh my god. The back and forth is unreal. A round apiece, the tournament life. Gotta stay in the winner's bracket here. Oh my god, wild assault again. The cryptid rush.
Yeah, utilizing it so well here just to gain some ground. Whether or not you get the hit for the knockdown or you get the guard crush, it all works out for Goldlewis. But here we go with the fancy fast RC combo, breaking the wall.
Oh, that retreating Behemoth puts him in a terrible spot. The fast see, that should be enough. Tempest is gonna head on forward, gonna maintain winner's bracket. Wow, what a feeling.
Yeah, Tempest feeling good about that as well, proving that he is the cream of the crop, always rising to the top here in Guilty Gear Strive.
But if the gameplay from Cheyro is any factor, not the last time we're gonna see this guy. Is gonna be headed to the losers bracket, but not out of it yet.
Oh, we got the Cheyro chant in the crowd.
Wow, unreal. The amount of support coming out, they love to hear it. It is. If you've never been in a room with this kind of energy, there's nothing I can do to describe it. It's whether it's CEOtaku, whether it's any in between, whether it's just your local, please, man, play some fighting games. Go out to your locals, play with everyone. This is just, there is an energy in rooms like this that is, it's indescribable.
Yeah.
Well, I promise if you go once, you'll be hooked forever.
Yeah, it's an addiction, all right?
It really is. And honestly, that addiction is all thanks to you all. Thank you so, so much. But the bracket continues. Tempest secures the spot. But now it's time for my favorite match of every bracket. Winner stays. Time to run the gauntlet.
This is the hot seat. And it's going to be PepperySplash versus Umisho. And once again, your reward for winning this is Goldlewis.
But we'll see how it goes. These two, obviously, both champions in their own right across a multitude of tournaments.
Yeah, they have won countless tournaments here. The accolades are incredible, more than you could possibly imagine here. And they're going to keep their fighting game careers going forward. And of course, you know, both of them want to take home that trophy this evening as well.
And this is also kind of a beautiful new school versus old school here.
It
Umisho,
is.
obviously the new guard. She has been incredible since the release of Guilty Gear Strive and has done so much good work. And Peppery, playing this game forever.
Yeah,
playing
across
Guilty for forever.
All generations of
Yes.
Guilty Gear, Peppery has been a threat. And so we'll see how this goes. Will it be a passing of the torch, or will it be the gatekeeping by the old guard?
Absolutely. I mean, it could go either way. Both players, absolutely world class. The fist bump comes through, and it is time. It is finally time. Like we said, loser semis. Top 4 is already set. Winner stays. Like you said, the hot seat is initiated. Time to get to the match. I'm very nervous. I'm not sure.
I am too. Bro, my blood pressure.
Here we go. Time to get it started. Round start for Soul, obviously. A big problem here. 5P says no problem for me.
Yeah, Umisho trying to go for the 6S there at round start, but PepperySplash exploding in the offense there. Nice. Fafnir is able to catch Peppery in the air. Oh, whoa, what a burst.
Wow,
Swapping to the other side.
The burst cornering here is huge. Goes for the frog. YRC in response. Tries to go for a shimmy. Fast movement from both players. Pepper gets the better of it, though.
Oh, again, another dash-up attempt at a 6S there, and Umisho is getting stuffed by the 5Ps from Peppery. Jumps to the other side, tries to go for the empty low 2K2D. Look at this movement here on Peppery's side. Finally gets caught by the counter hit far slash and is going to get sent straight through that wall.
Oh, in the wild assault. Very nice. Sets it up now, goes for the dash up, close slash with the slowdown. Guaranteed pressure off of that, into the revolver, double overhead is dealt with, but the 6S just pokes max distance in a great wild assault to continue the onslaught.
Yeah, and even if you were able to block that, right, the mix-up was coming afterwards as well. Umisho getting first blood in the second round here. Patience, recognizing little Eddie's coming out, knows you have to weather the storm, and there we go. Beautiful press with the 2K2D. Look at this, just checking PepperySplash. With all of these normals here, Peppery hasn't gotten a chance to get out. Finally finds an opportunity, but is pushed right back into the corner.
Oh my God.
Little Eddie just explode there off of that 6S.
Oh, okay. Invite help. He's able to get the Eddie. Let's confirm. There he goes. The homie comes back. He's able to block the 5K, but the YRC breaks him. And again, like I was talking about, best wild throws in the business, 2P to finish.
Remember though, wild throw did get nerfed in this version of the game, so it doesn't quite crater you as hard. But you know what? That ain't gonna stop Umisho from pulling it out.
Okay. Extensions, very nice. Burst Good timing on it.
Yeah, you want to stop Peppery from getting... Hold up. Yeah, that 6P was crazy. But I like the burst, too, from Umisho, trying to prevent Peppery from getting that wall break and getting that positive bonus.
Jump away, 5K. I love that JK was so good in that spot. Goes for the BRC forward.
Why are Soul's air button so good?
I don't know. Nice air throw, pretty good as well.
Yeah, no fly zone. Stay locked down in the corner. There's the Bandit Bringer. Fafnir hits its mark.
Didn't want to go for the hero burst in that spot. Again, hero burst significantly better on this patch than they were before, but not worth the resources in that spot.
Gets a full pickup there off the applause into the 2S. Full wall break as well with the Wild Assault.
Okay.
Yeah, overhead low, PRC just trying to check you. Nice DP, relieving some of the pressure here.
We talk about that Assault. You have to rip SDP occasionally. You have to.
Just did absolutely murder little Eddie there with the Bandit Bringer.
Success, max distance again.
But once again, Proxy, look at the meter on Peppery's side. There's plenty of meter for defense here. Burst is on deck as well. He's going to go ahead and spend it.
Yeah, spending the burst first. Specifically, wants to have meter for the swords here. This is the win con.
Bandit Bringer comes through into the RC.
That was a cross up, what a block.
Look at this staggered pressure into the Wild Assault. That wrist gauge is blinking.
The fear gauge, Jobber. Unbelievable to take the kill off of that. Very nice. The 6-8, like you said, the tombstone.
Here lies PepperySplash. 2-0 lead here now for Umisho, trying to move on in the bracket to get that run back against Cheyro.
Okay. Wow, the meat tenderizer goes for the burst. Fafnir into the wild throw.
Yep, chunking that health bar. All right, now harassment here with the plus frames. Bro, look at this damage. Ooh, but the clean hit DP is going to miss. That's going to give PepperySplash the opportunity to bring this back, especially since we get to break the wall here with the coast to coast. Time and time again. I don't know who is going to block that the first time with the instant overhead.
He's inside the frog.
Bro, they become one and the same.
He uses the frog as a mech for that mix-up, dude. Come on.
Little Eddie coming out again. Yeah, let the burst rip. Right there into that.
Far slash. Knocking at the door. Very diligent.
Oh, he's saying open on up.
And again, I feel like it's just like the percentage of buttons pressed. They all start with S. Oh my God.
He has some of the
Keeping it
best
aggressive
in the game. Frog comes out again. Ooh, I love that 2K just to get rid of Eddie. But is going to get counter hit. Look at the carry on this as well. Drunkard Shade just to get the knockdown. Baits out the DP. Ain't going to be enough to kill, though.
No.
Umisho still alive and still in this.
Didn't have Eddie in that spot. Oh my God, the bringer.
Surely you're still alive.
He's Mr. Bad Guy.
Never mind.
Don't say such silly things. This is Soul Bad Guy we're talking about. You know he's dead. 1-1 on rounds, 2-0 on games. Umisho trying to put the exclamation mark on this one.
There we go. Night Ray Vortex gets a pickup as well. Fafnir to break through the wall. Already has 50 meter. The PRC there in the 6-8, just baiting Peppery to press a button.
Wild throw. Didn't work out. Still fine. Revolver. Empty low. First time in the set we see it. Wild Assault into the Tyrant Rave!
And Umisho is going to take it over PepperySplash, moving on to get that run back against Cheyro.
Oh, stretching the hands out. Like we said, the hot seat is initiated. Umisho, stay until you lose. Wow, but PepperySplash, again, incredible performance across all of CEOtaku this weekend.
It's been insane. This has been speaking of world class.
But here he comes once
you
again.
Hear the chants.
Yes,
I don't want to interrupt the crowd, you know?
Again, it's one of those moments where you just have to let them speak for themselves, dude.
For sure. Uh-oh, hold on. Here comes the Spirit Bomb once again. Hands are up. The crowd giving Cheyro their energy. They want to see him finish this story.
Absolutely, but again, Umisho not looking phased. A sip of the water, keeping things together.
Here before. She's been in these situations before, right?
Oh, but here's we have to ask. do we try Happy Chaos again, or do we stick with the Soul?
That is a very good question. I mean, we've already been warmed up with Soul now, right?
And the Soul's playing really good.
Incredible, absolutely incredible. But I understand if you don't want to be in a barroom brawl with Goldlewis.
I understand, especially, listen, when the stakes are up and everything's on the table, you hate to be a character that has to be close to Mr. Dickinson.
Yeah. That is the Secretary of Absolute Defense, all right? Not just defense, absolute defense.
Yeah, absolutely. But, I mean, I can see it going either way. Regardless of what happens here, Umisho, obviously a world-class player. She knows what's best for her. She's got to make the best decision. We'll see what the choice ends up being.
And it looks like it's going to be Soul bad guy.
My personal bias into it, I think this is the right call. I think Umisho, the way that Soul has been playing is absolutely immaculate. And Cheyro has demonstrated a fantastic knowledge of the Happy Chaos matchup. Not looking confident with it, but the fist bump comes through, and now here we are.
It's time. Let's hear
Losers
you.
Finals.
One has to go home, and one will remain.
In the chat, dude, the crowd again. NC sweep. Umisho, the next player to try and stifle that chant.
Here we go, Bandit, Bringer to kick things off there, gets the 2K follow-up afterwards. And see, the difference here is we're going to be able to smother Goldlewis a lot more proficiently with Soul, right?
Yeah, standard big body problems. Amazing offense, great pressure. Kind of gets handled on defense when he doesn't have a meter for reversals. When system mechanics are your best choices on defense, is a problem.
Absolutely, and right now, not looking too good. Back is up against the wall. Umisho with a ton of meter. There's the RC, and we're going to round number 2.
Absolutely. There's nothing to say there. Made him block once and just straight to the wall.
Exactly. That's a Soul bad guy round, but Cheyro needs to steal himself here to bring things back.
That was a super unexpected gunflame.
Yeah, the dash of gunflame there actually blowing up the far slash attack. Mortal counter. Look at the routing on this.
Okay, being able to break through the wall there, definitely big. Back to neutral though, here comes the drone.
Oh, Bandit Bringer gonna hit its mark. Going for the revolver there, also interesting. Defense is on point from Cheyro, but how long can you block? Gets clipped by the 2B.
Not enough. YRC is blocked though, and a little tiny adjustment on the mix-up from Umisho there was amazing. Single overhead instead of double. The standard there is always the 2 overheads. Little things, little change-ups like that in the clutch can put you on tilt.
It's absolutely what makes the difference too, right? You cannot be predictable on your offense, especially against someone who has had such solid defense here like Cheyro. Tries to go for a throw, but Soul was not close enough. Umisho lands a throw of her own here. Get those plus frames.
Next burst. Takes the shot, does get the hit, does get the damage, knockout comes through. Gives up a lot of space though, was maybe scared of the DP.
Yeah, of course, Umisho does have 50 meter on deck, so DPRC is definitely a solid option if Goldlewis gets way too close. But here we go, you're going straight through the wall again with another wild assault.
Okay, there it is, the double overhead this time. Still holding that FD, having to dedicate so much meter to defense. Umisho, not a care in the world. The rushdown continues.
Yeah, that fast RC low was absolutely incredible. We haven't really seen Umisho go for that option yet so far with Soul on stream here.
Oh,
2S press gets the knockdown, going in with the JD. Overhead is gonna connect.
nice block as well. Getting a good read of the defense here.
Off the backboard. And now we're gonna shatter the glass. Went down with the system.
And the whole crowd does it too. Amazing.
It's so
that
fire.
was like some Raise the Rufus stuff. It was amazing. Oh, wild stuff the round start. That's been such a successful option for him.
Yeah, I mean, you do get those invincibility frames, right? Wow, the DP actually whipping through the Behemoth Typhoon, forcing Umisho to spend the burst.
Oh, okay, but again, knocking on the door, far slash there.
Clean hit DP is going to be able to break the wall here just with the 5H. Doesn't want to spend any meter. The tombstone, 6H there at round start. Goes for the low this time and baits out the burst. Umisho is up 2-0.
And again, super high potential here. Cheyro still has opportunities. Crowd, if you believe, put the hands up. Let me see him. He needs the Spirit Bomb. Umisho is playing so unbelievably well right now.
Yeah, this switch to Soul was so smart. Cheyro's really going to need to dig deep to bring this back. Oh.
And the chance coming through. Again, though, Umisho is not looking phased. She is so locked in. This is unbelievable, man.
It's going to be a tough mountain to climb. A reverse 3-0 is what we're going to need to move on to grand finals. And Cheyro, what a performance so far.
If Umisho if Umisho can win this with this kind of momentum, if it's a 3-0, conserve a lot of mental energy going into Tempest, though. But we can't close the book. We can't close the book on this story yet.
No, not
Cheyro's
yet.
opportunities are there. Was the one that sent Umisho to losers.
Exactly. So let's see if we can do it again.
And the music is on. It's not a big deal, Jobber.
No, not at all. We can handle it. But there's the DP. Question is, can Cheyro handle the pressure here?
Double overhead is dealt with well. Success a little too far. I want to see more Wild Assault. Honestly and truly, Cheyro gets so much mileage off the White Wild Assault.
Yeah, it's been such a great tool here, especially in these high-risk situations. But there's a nice press with the 2K. Gets the Behemoth Typhoon, setting up the drone. Ooh, trying to use the Night Ray Vortex to go right underneath it. So smart.
Oh my God, but tit for tat. Both RCs working well. Burst come through. Locks out. What a masterclass of avoiding the drone.
Breaks the wall also with the DP. Umisho playing out of her mind at the moment here. This is what I'm talking about. Losers bracket. Umisho is a different
That's
beast.
unblockable. It's unblockable. Actually, genuinely has not been blocked yet.
And here it is. Set point. Cheyro on his last life.
Crowd definitely getting lively for it here, but Umisho stoic.
Umisho trying to get the job done here. Gets the Wild Assault confirmed into the clean hit DP. Look at this, just checking with the far slash.
Oh my God, what a 6P. What a block.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Oh my God, yeah, Umisho is definitely blocking this one into the Wild Assault punish. Look at the damage.
Wild Assault for the starter. Max damage, goes for the tech, it's not gonna work. There's the wall break, Umisho.
Wow.
Continuing forward in the bracket. What a call out and what an amazing way to make a statement. Grand finals for Umisho.
Yeah, Umisho absolutely ready, sitting in that hot seat. But one more time, a huge round of applause for Cheyro. What a performance here. And I have a feeling you're going to see a lot more of him down the line also.
Wow. Genuinely speechless. Seeing not only the support there, but again, the way that Umisho has been playing has been unreal. The Soul Bad guys on a different level right now. The Happy Chaos, I think, was a good idea, again, as far as counter picks go, but when you're hot, dude.
Yeah, and I mean, she's been playing more Soul Bad Guy
100%.
recently, right? So it's definitely way more fresh with that character. And, you know, it's also a crowd favorite. People like to see the Umi Soul.
Of course.
But we're going to see if the Umi Soul is going to be the choice going into this grand finals match against Tempest.
Oh, and setting it up with Tempest, obviously, like we've said, it's the nerfed Leo. Tempest says, my style still works out. Said you can take away pieces of the car, we're still driving. Still an amazing pilot. Things working out beautifully. Tempest continues to be a threat. And now, again, winner's side has a set to give. But obviously, as far as the momentum goes, with how good Umisho is playing, if it turns over into a second set, you've got to favor Umisho.
Yeah, she is red hot right now. Tempest has had the time to cool off a little bit. That's the one singular downside of being in winner's side grand finals, where there are not a lot of downsides.
But you also have to consider decision fatigue is a really serious thing that comes on, especially in a game this fast-paced. You can see the trail of bodies behind everyone here.
Bloodbath 3-0. So many 3-0s here, especially in that loser side of the bracket. But here we go. We have both of our competitors on the sticks here, taking the drink of the water, staying hydrated. We had 8, now we have 2. Let's hear it. Umisho hyping up the crowd.
We had hundreds. It turns to 2.
We did. You're right.
So many people along the way, but it comes down to these two. They always find their way to the top. The cream rises.
Always, 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 always. But now let's see here. Again, taking a little bit of a breather, right? You don't want to jump right into it. You need to steel yourself for the battle to come. And this is going to be a hell of a battle that we're about to witness.
Absolutely. I just want to say again, though, thank you to everybody in this room. Unbelievable memories this weekend. Nothing is possible without everybody here. It's all down to 2.
And only one more remain to be crowned as CEOtaku 2023 champion.
But we are getting ourselves locked in. Button check. Still coming through.
Soul Bad Guy is locked in here on Umisho's side. So we are going to keep it rolling.
Again, I definitely think this is the correct choice. The Soul has been looking incredible, and I do think that he is just an unbelievably strong character in the patch. But Leo, can he prove it? You don't need the hard knockdown. The DP is good enough. Your footsies are good enough. The fundamentals, can they carry through?
That's the truth here. These are 2 really strong fundamental characters too, right? Soul has been solid throughout the entire lifespan of this game, as well as Leo. Leo arguably at his weakest now, but still an absolute threat.
Oh.
So let's see, headsets coming on. Time to get started here for our grand finals. What?
Oh.
No, hold up. You're making that face. Don't bait me. Don't bait me here.
I'm going to do a backflip. Don't play with me. Don't play with my heart.
Thinking about it, you have 1 set to give. You can put on a show. Tell me, do you want to see Sin?
It's going to be Sin. Everybody, it is time for grand finals. Everybody make some noise.
Let's go!
Sin in grand finals. Who would have thought?
Main event Sin Kisuke here.
Oh, got to battle off against
I said he was the new Leo. I said he was the new Leo.
Don't play with me. Here we go. Time to get it started. Tempest off the start. Play slow and steady.
Yeah, shimmying back and forth, able to get the 6P immediately into that beak driver. 5H mortal counter.
Pressure's on afterwards. I like the way we close the distance here.
Trying to check with the 5P. Just a solid option. Bro, the way he screams beak driver is insane. And there it is. Look at the damage potential. Whoa, misses the clean hit though, unfortunately.
Doesn't matter, 6P, incredible.
All right, backdash just trying to create a little bit of space. Checking with the 5K.
Oh, trade. But in this situation, I don't even think you mind that trade. The Sun Dipper.
The Sun Dipper, baby. That's its name now.
Oh, what a poke though. Wild Assault right afterwards.
Yeah, spending 100 meter here to make sure that we get the wall break. Also, has time to take a little bite.
I too am a little hungry.
Yeah, a little snack, huh?
Knockdown.
Hits its mark, tries to pick up with the close slash there, but here we go. Burst finally comes out from Umisho.
Oh my god, and then the 2D again. Charges the dust. Not quite has the meter, but it doesn't matter. Wild Assault will do it. A perfect to seal off game 1. The Sin pick. It's just looking wonderful.
This Sin is looking real. Tempest about to prove to everyone that Sin's top 5 here.
Oh my god.
All right, Sun Dipper again gets the guard break, goes for the dash cancel afterwards. That is 2 bars of your stamina, but it is well worth it.
Okay, got the trade. Wow, I didn't even look at him. He was standing close slash.
No, bro, he lifted him off the ground with that close slash, the uppercut.
Spending a ton of the stamina in a situation like that. Very good on the Wild Assault. Dude, Tempest's use of Wild Assault is incredible, but it's still not enough to kill.
Yeah, Sin's Wild Assault pressure is absolutely insane. We haven't even seen the 50-50s be coming out, which Sin is so proficient at off of those 5Hs now. Nice.
Oh my god.
2D blowing up the Dipper. Trying to poke with the beak driver like it's eggs under the run of DP.
The nice thing about Sin versus Leo is you can run forward and then DP. Oh my god, and then the round start gets the poke all the way to the corner immediately. Sun Dipper connects again.
Yep, there's the 5H. Does nothing. That is -2 on block now, meaning it is a safe ender, but he can also go into the different follow-ups here for a 50-50 mix-up. Tyrant Rave is going to break the wall here. The hard knockdown comes through.
Oh, 6P had to burst. Nice, gonna get really good damage off of this here. He's gonna have to break the wall with the super if they want to. Is it low enough? Just a standing heavy instead.
Yeah, no, we want to hold on to that meter, right? We're pretty low on life. We need it for neutral, but there's the RC. I think you're finished. Nope. Whoa, hold on. Ride the lightning just to get the wall break. And it's enough!
RTL kills 2 straight, 1 away. We could have a champion.
Tempest playing out of his mind, and we're locking right into it here, keeping the soul pick.
Oh, okay, far slash. The connection had to go for the burst. 6S into the 5K, very nice.
Yeah, you see backing up too, trying to force Tempest to whiff some of those normals, but here we go, clean hit DP straight through the wall. Sliver of health left on Tempest's side, but that far slash is real now in this season.
Way too far, but still okay.
Oh, DP! The crosscut on it, but goes for the dash cancel there. Unfortunately, isn't able to get a pickup. Stuffs the Night Raid Vortex with the 2K.
That full screen takes a bite out of Crime, another bite of the meat, still fine.
Oh.
Gunflame, yo, Gunflame PRC at tail is all this time. Holy.
Just shoves his flag straight into the fire.
Oh, and then the 2D. Nice to get the carry all the way to the wall, forces the burst. Max stamina though, so high potential.
Yeah, just using that beak driver as a poke too. Look at that 2S, the range on it, phenomenal. But runs straight into the 6S there from Umisho. Clean hit DP, adding some damage on the board.
Another throw, punish, huge. Charges the dust, get as much damage out of it as you can. Can't go for the hard knockdown here.
Ooh, interesting there that we actually went for the throw. I think we might have wanted to dash up into the 5D. But still, look at that. Health is practically even. Umisho does have the advantage of burst here for an opportunity to escape from some pressure.
Nice DP. 6P response though. Burst available for Umisho.
Oh, the backdash there doesn't get caught, but the overhead with the JP is enough. 6H, absolutely plant the tombstone.
And there, what a way to fight back into this here. Not going quietly into the night. 2-1. Umisho, signs of life. A whole nother set to go. Even if she were able to clutch this out, a long road ahead.
Yeah,
she's looking determined.
It's going to be so difficult, especially going up against the newly buffed Sin here.
Oh,
Not
no.
everyone is used to fighting this character. All right, gets the guard crush, dash forward to score the throw into the RC. We want to get the wall break as soon as possible.
Okay, chooses not to use Wild Assault there, wants to save it. For pressure, 2S, very nice.
Look at the pressure here. That 2S is so strong, has so much range here. Catching Umisho trying to close the distance. Take it to the skies. Whoa, what a pickup there. Able to land with the whiff 5H.
Well, a meter gets the hit. Should be able to kill RTL.
Is it enough? We saw it kill last time, and it is. Tournament point for Tempest.
Burst available for Umisho. No burst for Tempest is a big deal. Wow, look at this pressure.
Yeah,
2S, beak driver, everything, and in between, there's the SDP though, not to turn again.
Yeah, and you saw that Tempest went for the Sun Dipper there to try and hit the low with that mix-up. 5H into Hoof Stomp or Sun Dipper is so potent. All right, run straight into the far slash. Clean hit DP, very nice. Safe jump. But that DP was able to connect, so we got the RC.
Oh, he punished there.
5H just backing up to create some space, and that's why, so we can dash in with the 6S. Sin is sent to the next round.
Again, though, still fighting off. Tournament point.
All right, while the salt comes on in, we still have not really seen any hoof stomps come out from Tempest, right? The overhead. Maybe doesn't feel too confident in it. Umisho might have the reactions there to DP them, but there it is! Speak of the devil, hoof stomp straight into Tyrant Rave. Look at the damage.
4 hits, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh my God, got the trade. Burst available for Umisho. One big opportunity.
Positive bonus is still here. There we go, now has 50 meter.
That combo dropping though is huge. Pressure's on, blocks the wire, see on the up back. Whoa, my God, the damage.
Bro, you are dead. You're dead.
My
what
God.
the hell? Bro, so bad guy. He is a bad, bad man. Here we go, game 5.
That is not real. Wild Assault uses the whole burst to get to the wall, takes a bite out of Crime, and a third of life gone.
Again, just poking out with that 2S, saying, come on, walk on in.
Look at how far that was from, though. Tyrant Rave
Breaks the wall for the hard knockdown. Already had positive bonus, too. Trying to bait up the DP, catches the backdash, forcing Umisho to burst.
Okay, to the revolver.
Yeah, bit of a hero burst, but we mentioned time and time again that is very valid in this version of the game because now with this wall break, Umisho will be... Umisho will be able to get so much of that burst back.
Oh my God, 5P and a dream into the RC. Are you serious? Umisho!
Reset point, bringing it back from the brink. All right, 6P is gonna hit its mark here, following up.
Oh, beak driver too far. A warning shot, twice in a row.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that beak driver too. It really hangs out there, but there's the DP. Dash up bar slash, hoof stomp hits its mark. Goes for a reset as well. Whoa, no follow-up there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit scrambly, but that's okay. Tempest able to bait out.
Content to fight in the scramble though. RCs, again, same situation that Umisho tried to set up. Leaves just enough of a gap for the burst. Tournament point again. Reset point. It's all down to this.
We got burst on both sides as well, so each player has the opportunity to get out of this pressure. Right now it's Umisho who has her back up against the ropes. There's the DP. Guard crush, 5D follow-up. Burst finally comes out, but is already down to about half health here. And Tempest is sitting pretty, sitting full.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Is that enough? Has the meter. Is that gonna do it?
There it is! Tempest wins Sin Kisuke is your CEO 2023 champion.
Oh my God. With the sin of all things. Unbelievable from Tempest.
Guilty Gear players, be on notice. Sin is here in Season 3 and he's ready to rock.
And not only that, but we said it before, Tempest, through the life of the game, has been the most consistent all the way through, and it continues to shine. An unbelievably well-deserved win.
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal. But again, everyone, give it up for Umisho as well. An incredible run through loser side with the sole bad guy. One of the best to do it.
Wow, 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 wow.
What a top 8. Sin being pulled out at the last second to surprise us all.
Dude, and what can you say? Tempest, that guy.
He's
too
him.
good. Leo was working out well. Still goes for the swap. Sin in the end. The risk reward is so unbelievably, even against Soul, it feels like skewed in his favor. He somehow manages to come out on top so consistently.
And there was consistent conditioning too throughout that whole set. We just saw Sun Dipper, Sun Dipper, Sun Dipper going for those low options. And as we got towards the end, finally Tempest started to bust out the overheads with the hoof stomp, right? Hoof stomp into Tyrant Barrel, Tyrant Rave deals an absurd amount of damage for how few hits it actually is.
Absolutely.
But man, one of the best top 8s I have had the pleasure of watching for Guilty Gear Strive. It has been a phenomenal tournament. Thank you for everyone in the crowd, and thank you everyone watching at home. We are going to get our players on the stage so we can make sure they get their well-deserved medals.
While Bailey corrals them, obviously take a look back at the bracket here. An unbelievable showing from an unbelievable cast of characters. Part of the reason why Guilty Gear is so wonderful the way that it is right now is not only because the game is a good game, but things are working out wonderfully just because we have such a great the top players in this game are unbelievable.
Not only are they unbelievable at the game, they are here to support the community too, right? They're willing to play games with you no matter who you are. They're constantly playing games on stream, giving pointers to the viewers, teaching them how to play these characters as well. And it is a really strong community that builds a solid base like this. We saw incredible levels of play in pools, and that is thanks to the community effort to level up together.
Absolutely, and community effort It is huge shots to CEO and everybody who makes this thing work. It is a dream come true to continue to get to work at events like this. This has been amazing. Jobber, from the kitchen table, all the way to CEO.
Absolutely. Now here we go, getting a picture of our top 8 competitors. Mr. Jabali grabbing the mic here. Can't wait to crown this champion and crown all these winners.
Absolutely. Oh, man. Yeah, with how good they are, you think they'd be able to stay in a straight line faster. But we're going to hand it over to the man who'll stay on race. So over to the big man himself, Mr. Jabali.
All right, guys, you had a good time at CEOtaku 2023? As always, thank you, and to everyone at home, thank you for tuning in, making CEOtaku a great event. We'll be, of course, back next year. We'll have the dates soon. But with that, let's end this weekend with the top 8 for Guilty Gear Strive. In 7th place, give it up to Bean. Also in 7th place, give it up to Zando. And in 5th place, give it up to Neubenheimer. Also in 5th place, give it up to Solo's Verix. In 4th place, give it up to PepperySplash. In 3rd place, give it up to Cheyro. In 2nd place, give it up to Umisho. And your CEOtaku 2023 Guilty Gear Strive champion, give it up to TempestNYC. Guilty Gear community, all of you in the crowd, you guys are amazing. You support each other, you love each other. I love this community, guys. I'll see you every year as long as I'm alive. So one more time, give it up to Guilty Gear Top 8. Thank you. And one more time, give it up to the whole entire CEO team for putting on a great CEOtaku again. And one more time, give it up to the amazing supportive crowd. And that's all. Thank you, guys. Please, no outside food or alcohol.
And with that, another year is done. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to, like Jabali said, all the TOs, all the production, everybody in between. These events continue to be magical. I hope that as we continue to grow and as we continue to shine, as more fighting games continue to come, I hope you guys continue to be with us on the ride. It is a pleasure and an honor to get to even be involved in this. And Jobber, again, a pleasure to be up here with you.
Absolutely.
Thank you to everybody. CEOtaku finally coming to a close. Jobber, any final words while we send us off?
You took the words right out of my mouth, but all I have left to say is remember, CEO and Guilty Gear forever.